So we're all here today to talk about co-production and what it means to us and why it's so important. I'm Vicci, I'm Chief Exec of Inclusion Gloucestershire. Tim?
Hello, my name is Tim Heaven, and I'm the co-chair of the Learning Disability Partnership Board, which is based in the Shire Hall in Gloucester. And I also work for Inclusion Gloucestershire and doing different things.
And me, I'm Jan Marriott, and I co-chair the Learning Disability Partnership Board with Tim, but I also am the independent chair for the Mental Health and Wellbeing Partnership Board and the Physical Disability and Sensory Impairment Partnership Board with our co-chair called Jean. And both of those partnership boards were built on what we learned from the Learning Disability Partnership Board.
Brilliant, thank you. So you both work really closely together to chair the partnership board. What does co-production mean to you?
Do you want to start, Tim?
You can, Jan.
Oh, all right then. So for me, and I think I was trying to think about the history of our Learning Disability Partnership Board, and our founder member, who still comes when she can, is Anne Atwood, who says it's at least 28 years old, which is incredible, really. And it was very much built on the idea of nothing about us without us, and that decisions about people's lives shouldn't be made without those people having a strong say. And co-production now is the new buzzy word. And unfortunately, I think people mean different things by it than others. So some people see it as the usual, oh, we'll ask people what they think about what we've already decided. We know and believe that co-production means working together from the very, very beginning. And the ideas might come from the people, or the ideas might come from a voluntary sector, or they might come from the NHS, or they might come from the council or the police. But we believe that all those people should work together to turn those ideas into something that makes people's lives better. And that's what we think is co-production.
Brilliant.
What do you think, Tim? Does that about sum it up, would you say?
It does, yes. I was just going to add in something there, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Well, to me, a co-production is what you said, Jan, but it is also the foundations of the partnership board and all the other partnership boards around every county, and is the growth of it, where family carers come in,
yeah,
and different organisations which is similar to work with people with disabilities.
Yeah.
When I say disabilities, I mean all disabilities, and we go interactive, and we have discussions, teamwork, and to make it a success, and a success from the people, and from the voices of disabilities being heard.
Very good. I think that sums it up lovely, Tim. That's really great. I think that's what we're trying to do, don't you, Vicci?
Yeah, definitely. So make sure we're hearing those voices. And that's the most important thing, isn't it? Because we shouldn't be thinking that if we're planning a service, people who don't have a disability know what needs to happen. We need to have those voices at every stage, like you said, Jan. And you two work really well together, and I think the Learning Disability Partnership Board is a good example of co-production. But what makes it work? Tim, co-production and working together work really well?
With, the clue is what you said. Co-production and working well go hand in hand, and what makes it really strong is all the connections that we have to help with to help for all the work we do and all the services we do. When I say all the work we do, is with all the services we provide, particularly in the Learning Disability Partnership Board itself, in the councils, in Inclusion Gloucestershire, and other similar organisations.
Brilliant. So we need to co-produce all our work. It's no good if we're just doing a little bit and thinking that that's enough. And Jan, what do you think makes co-production work?
Well, I think the people are very, very willing to co-produce with organisations. The thing we have to do is change the culture of organisations so they really embrace that way of working. So during the coronavirus, we've had a great example of how co-production can work virtually. So we've had weekly to begin with? Weekly meetings of all the partnership boards together with all the big bosses and some of the voluntary sector to try and make sure that the people who are up at the top trying to plan and change things were aware of the impact on the people themselves. And I found it really heartening that we've managed to be able to give the messages from the people who it affects straight up to the big bosses, and the big bosses have taken them on board and they've tried to find solutions, and then we've passed those back to people via the bulletins. So I've been really heartened by that commitment to co-production that's been shown through the coronavirus pandemic, and I just kind of hope it carries on into the future in everything we do.
Yeah, so a really difficult time, a bit of a crisis. We all had to pull together and work together more than ever before.
Yeah.
Showed how well it works and how important it is. So let's keep that going, well, as we continue on after coronavirus. Any final thoughts on co-production? If we could sum up co-production in a couple of words, what would they be? I think my words would be listening and valuing everyone's experience. Tim, what are your words?
I'm still thinking. You can go first, Jan.
I think one of the things that has been gained from this kind of Zoom virtual approach is that everybody's contribution has been equal. So instead of there being a hierarchy, I can't think of another word for it, where the big bosses are up here and the people are down here, it's kind of felt that everybody's equal and we're all working together for the same ends. And I think that's true co-production, where everybody's view is valued and listened to.
Okay, I have thought stuff now. So it's following on what you said, Jan. It was co-production means to me with is with all the other organisations linking up.
Yeah.
Linking up.
Yeah.
And to work around and help the development of all disabilities, and as I said earlier, to bring the voices out as well, and co-production is like it's like a really big organizational work moving forward, and hopefully we will have a Big Bang 3 in place.
Oh,
Brilliant. So we're already thinking to the future. So listening, working together, valuing each other, and not being stuck on structures or hierarchy is what's really important.
I think that sums it up beautifully, Vicci.
Great. Well, thank you both so much for sharing your thoughts on co-production. And we're looking forward to seeing everyone and connecting with everyone who normally comes to our partnership boards as soon as we can.
Yes, we must.
Yes.
Right.
Thank you.
All right. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.